30-lap feature underway at Eldora Speedway. Racing into corner number 1, Logan Schuchart on the bottom, a little trip on the cushion for Brad Sweet, and Schuchart leads it down the backstretch. Logan Schuchart leading, Rico Abreu to second at the completion of the opening circuit. Brad Sweet runs third, Donnie Schatz in fourth. Sweet to the inside of Abreu, can't make anything happen, or can he? He'll have a run down the back straightaway. Brad Sweet and Rico Abreu side by side racing for second as Logan Schuchart shows the way. Sheldon Hodenshield to the inside out of turn 4 by Donnie Schatz, moves Sheldon now up into the 4th spot. Brad Sweet to the top looking for a run on Rico Abreu. Donnie Schatz back to the inside of Sheldon Hodenshield. Schatz back to 4th as they enter turn 3. Sweet to the cushion in turn 3. Donnie Schatz on the bottom. Rico Abreu continues to look good down low as well. Donnie Schatz will have third as they cross the start-finish line. Abreu to the bottom in 3 and 4. Donnie Schatz tries to make it work right in the middle of the speedway. Abreu pulls out in front of the 15. Now Schatz dives down low into turn 1. Abreu has the momentum on the top of the racetrack, but Donnie Schatz is right there with him. Logan Schuchart still unable to get by any slower cars in front of him. Top 3 separated by just 10 car lengths as they cross the start-finish line 11 laps into the feature. Schatz again to the bottom in 1 and 2, coming after Abreu for second. That allows Logan Schuchart to pull away. Donnie Schatz second at the end of the back straightaway. Rico Abreu says not so fast, tries to make the move to the inside. Donnie Schatz in the middle of the speedway, trying to get back to the inside of Rico Abreu into turn 1. Schatz and Sweet continue their duel for the 3rd spot. Lead back up to nearly 1 full second, and Logan Schuchart does a great job getting around the 101 of Craig Kinzer on the top side out of turn 2. Schatz to the inside of Sweet, looking to reclaim 3rd. He'll get it into turn 3. Donnie Schatz back to 3rd. Rico Abreu stalking Logan Schuchart. 2 laps to go as they cross the start-finish line. And Donnie Schatz now looking to be part of this one in the closing stages. Schatz getting closer on the bottom. Abreu. A lap and a corner to go. Abreu to the inside, to the lead out of turn 4. Rico Abreu leads with the white flag. Abreu led lap number 29, but Schuchart is back in front now down the back straightaway. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. Rico looking to make it happen. Schuchart downstairs to protect out of turn 4. Logan Schuchart wins it. Rico Abreu second, Donnie Schatz third. Climbing up top to celebrate a victory at the Eldora Speedway, it's Logan Schuchart.
I was really having trouble getting past the 71 or a couple lap cars really there in general. I didn't want to move off the top because I felt like that was definitely had to been the place to be. Moved to the bottom in 3 and 4, which didn't feel bad. It just took way too long to get down the front stretch and get back to the top. So I was expecting to see somebody earlier, honestly. I thought, you know, Rico, I knew he'd be fast, Brad, or somebody maybe coming up through there to poke their nose and give me a challenge. So I was hoping we could run it right to the finish without that, but we had some excitement there at the end. Rico is a class act guy, on and off the track, so it's cool to race with him. Him and Ricky Warner make a great team. They're really hard to beat right now. They're really fast everywhere they go. So happy we can get this Dryden, Duramax, C&D rigging, Federated Auto Parts car in victory lane. It was and it wasn't. Like I said, I was kind of expecting it sooner, especially when I poked my nose under the 71 car. When I knew I needed to get by him, and when I didn't get the job done, I knew there'd be somebody probably breathing down my neck. So I felt pretty confident about when he did drive across in front of me. I knew that it was going to be hard for him to keep the speed or block me getting into one, that I could kind of wait for him for a second coming out of 4 and down the front stretch to make a move or decide what I was going to do going into 1 and 2. So I know he wanted to get right back to the top, and I just had to kind of short slide him and park it in front of him because it was going to be very tough to drive back down off of 1 and drive across the racetrack. So again, just happy to get this thing in victory lane. I got to thank my guys, Brendan Collum, Lonnie Judy, Bill Klingbeil, Tyler, Blake, my grandfather, Jacob, this week. You know, we tore up a race car last week at Hobstock and put this brand new Triple X together this week. So there's nothing like a new race car. Feels great. It's undefeated right now, so we'll try and keep that up. Definitely huge to get that pressure off your back, or just, you know, I don't feel like we're, you know, I feel just as good as anybody out here. I feel like we have the team to compete at the highest level and compete at the top, and it's just making those calls. You know, sometimes it's me just putting the wrong setup in the thing. Like last week at Hobstock, that thing's either 17th or we're running in the top 5. So it's just learning, you know, it's trial and error over the years of you know, making these things right, and this one's always been a good one to us. So we tweak it a little bit, try to get a little bit better, and I feel like we're, you know, this is the 2019 1S. So that's where we need to be this weekend and where we need to be when we come back in July.
For live coverage of every World of Outlaws event and for extended on-demand race content, visit dirtvision.com. For full race results, features, and series news, visit worldofoutlaws.com.